Already this first week, what do you kind of see it from the guys?
I see a lot of guys eager to learn. There's some guys now we're counting on that haven't, been in that role. So, guys that were in the program for a couple of years or a year that now have to step up and, be a starter and, try to get us all better. So, but like what I see right now, we're getting great effort. And again, I call these underwear practices. Don't mean a whole lot right now. It's obviously good to get out, communicate, do all that. But tomorrow we'll find out a lot more when the pads go on.
What's it been like having Davin, back, being that kind of veteran leader on the defense line?
Yeah, it's great. He's done a great job all winter long in workouts and just in team settings, being that guy and stepping up to the front. And then you got Devon Betty that, helps him with that kind of stuff. Boykin, Aiden White. So, we've got some vets that help him out, but he's kind of taking that lead role. And, it was Drake and Isaiah and Peyton, and now it's Davin. So, but it's good to see him, be in that leadership role.
Competition is always good. What areas do you kind of see, like, you're curious to see what will happen this spring at different spots?
Yeah, I think corner is a competition right now. We got 3 guys that we feel really good about, working some other guys in, but we have to find out who's going to be in that 2 deep, so that's going to be a position. Obviously, linebacker, losing 2 starters there, so there's a lot of competition going on there. Up front, Davin obviously is a guy that we're counting on to be the starter at DN, but the nose and the other DN spot are up for grabs. So we have competition all over the place. At safety, nickel, so we got a lot of holes to fill, and feel like we've done a great job of recruiting our needs, getting going in the portal for our needs, and now these guys have to step up, and somebody's got to win the job.
Has anyone made a big jump since, say, late December?
No, again, you can't really tell much.
Overall on the defense?
Not really. Again, we'll know a lot more tomorrow after we get the pads on them a little bit, and then obviously in a couple of weeks when we have our first scrimmage, we play real football. That's when we're going to be able to tell who can tackle people, who can, make a play, communicate in the heat of the battle.
Earlier this week, Sean Brown said you've been trolling him during the season, saying you were going to move him to linebacker. What was it about Sean, his physique, his game that led to that switch?
Yeah, Sean's very smart. Sean's a physical player, and let's put him in a position to do what he does best, and what he does best is tackle people. So, with the void with Peyton and Jalen Scott and those guys leaving, I thought it was time for him to move down in there and give us a little, experience in the box. And he's done a little bit of free safety, but now he's living in it every day.
Peyton's at the combine today. What are you most excited to see him, do on the field?
See him run that 40. I mean, he's going to. I think he's going to do really well. If I had to guess, he's going to be low 4.4s, maybe even get into high 4.3s. So excited to watch him do what he does.
Obviously.
Standards been set here over the past few years, and if so, how do you raise that standard over the next few weeks, months?
Yeah, I think our standard on defense has been established since 2020, and we took over, and these kids know how to play, and they know our expectations, and we're going to play a certain way, or they're not going to play for us. They need to transfer and get out of here. If they're not going to play hard, play physical, and play fast, and, those guys understand that. That's the easy part now, and with the new guys coming in, our older guys are going to teach them all about what we do and how we play. And my goal is we're going to be better next year than we were last year. So that's been my goal every year. And I said it this time a year ago that I've expected the 23 defense to be just as good, and at the end of the year we were.
So you see progression opportunity?
Yeah, oh yeah, we're going to keep getting better. Right now I think if I had to put, where we're different is going to be in our back end. I think we've got more depth right now in our back end than we've ever had. So that excites me a little bit. Now the key is keeping them all healthy.
Who do you see helping fill the void of Sean at safety?
Well, right now, we've got, Bishop. Torrente has moved to safety, so he's playing a little bit of safety for us. We've got Zach Myers doing a good job. We've got Brody Barnhart, Damon Fagan. So we've got a lot of guys that have, were here a year ago that sat back and watched, and those guys, it's their time to step up and try to win the job.
how much have you seen, I guess, you haven't seen much this spring so far, but just Brandon, Cisse playing a lot last year, kind of transition now to be able to compete for that corner spot?
Yeah, the good thing with Brandon is he's very, very smart. He played in our dime package a year ago. He transitioned to nickel sometimes midweek during practice, and we felt good if we needed to use him in a game there. So he's very smart. He's football savvy. He can play corner. He can play nickel. He can do a lot of things for us. So, and the first 2 days watching him, he had a couple picks and one-on-ones yesterday. So expecting big things out of him. And, I know that he'll be able to help us where needed.
Maybe because he came from an FCS school, Devin Marshall hasn't gotten as much attention as maybe some of the other transfers, but what popped about him?
Yeah, I thought that what I like about him, again, he can play nickel, he can play corner, he can play a lot of different things for us, and he did that on film. The thing that was very exciting for us when he went in the portal is actually Villanova's defensive staff was here last year with us, and they spent 3 or 4 days learning our scheme, learning a lot of our stuff. And when he went in the portal, the first call we got was from their coordinator and said, here's a guy that fits what you do. We'll help all we can to get him to you guys, and end up working out for us.
Is that common? I'm sorry, is that common, that type of connection with somebody at Villanova, what you just explained? Is that common in the industry?
A little bit. K-State, it's crazy. K-State, the last 3 off seasons, we spent a lot of time together, and then we had to go play them in a bowl game. But we just had a 3-down clinic in Vegas with UNLV and K-State again. So we shared a lot of ideas. But you get friends in this profession and guys that you trust, guys that run similar stuff, and you want to learn from each other. So it's been a great friendship, relationship with K-State. Now UNLV's in the fold. Old Dominion's a school like that. That was the connection, how we got Robert Kennedy a year ago. Same thing last offseason. They studied it, came here and spent 2 or 3 days, installed all of our stuff, and Robert went in and, kind of worked out. So, but yeah, you do it with certain people. Obviously people that you don't think you're going to play or on your schedule you're going to do it. Who knew we were going to draw K-State in the bowl game? So.
Do you feel like the playoff expansion is adding a little bit more hunger to what you're seeing early?
Yeah, obviously it gives more teams opportunity. You don't have to be perfect. You can lose a game and still bounce back. So anytime it expands from 4 to 12, there's a lot of opportunity. And our goal is first to win game 1, and second to win game 2, and so on and so forth. But the ultimate goal for us, we all want to be in that playoff and get a piece of that pie and see what happens.